And Adria has asked me to talk a little bit about the Legends program from a national perspective, and I'm really proud to do that because, as you all know, there are a lot of Disney organizations, fan organizations out there. But the Disneyana Fan Club has really been distinguished from the beginning from two things. One is our commitment to charity, like we're all here tonight. And the other is the Legends program, which we've been doing for more than 20 years now, and started actually just right around the same time as the Disney Company's official Legends program. And I'm really proud to say that we've honored many men and women before the Disney Company, actually. And we've honored more than 100 men and women now from all facets of the Disney Company. So we've honored animators, Imagineers, theme park operations staff, voice talent, even a research economist. And it's been wonderful to invite all of them to come and hear a heartfelt thank you from us, the fans. We don't often get a chance to say thank you to the people who've actually created the magic for us. But I'm here to tell you that whatever your favorite and most heartfelt Disney memory is, one of the people that we've honored over the past 20 or so years has his or her fingerprints all over it. So I don't want to spend a lot more time talking about the program, but we do have a video here that will just very quickly recap for you those 100 or so men and women who have together really created the magic that we call Disney and that we all love so much. So let's take a look. a group, would you not agree? And I really want to express my heartfelt appreciation for the World Chapter here for helping us to expand that group and to include the people who have made such an important contribution here, some of whom Kathy already introduced earlier, Bill Sullivan and Bob Matheson and Tom Nabby and so on, who we haven't had a chance to honor in California, but fortunately we were able to do it here, and I really appreciate that opportunity. And I also want to say that I'm very proud that we are the only Disney fan organization that the Disney family has embraced and participated in our events. And I noticed in the program there was a little tribute to Diane Disney Miller, and she and Ron actually invited us to participate in an event at the Family Museum in San Francisco, and that's when we honored Ron. And they brought several of their grandchildren, and they talked about their father, Walt, and the family, and shared a lot of family history and photos and so on. And that was a really special moment and something that other Disney groups have not had a chance to experience. So I hope you're all proud of what we're able to do as a group. Now, of course, I'm not just here to give you a little history lesson. I'm also here to add one more name to the roster of honorees. And as you probably have already guessed, tonight's honoree is in fact Don Ducky Williams. Yeah. When Adria sent me an email and told me what you were all planning, I said, I'm there. I hopped on a plane, and I'm so proud to be part of this evening and to honor Don. So some of you probably already know this story, but just in case you don't, I want to kind of hit the highlights here and explain to you just exactly why it is that we think he's so worthy of adding to our roster of distinguished honorees. He's had a Disney career as an animator and illustrator that's lasted more than 30 years. But his Disney ties began much earlier than that. His mother loved Donald Duck comics so much that she's the one that gave him the Ducky nickname. And perhaps the name inspired him because he always knew that he wanted to be an artist, and he wrote to Walt Disney asking for a job as an animator when he was 10 years old. Now, although Walt didn't have any jobs open at the time for 10-year-old animators, a Disney career was apparently inevitable all the same. And drawings that Ducky did many years later that were hanging around the bank where he was working at the time caught the eye of a local television personality who ended up featuring those pictures on the news broadcast. And in turn, a tape of that broadcast ended up making its way to Disney Animation in California, and they were sufficiently impressed with the work to refer him to Ralph Kent here at Walt Disney World, suggesting that he might contact Ralph for a job. And Ralph saw that there was talent there, but that wasn't quite polished enough for the Disney World yet, so he suggested that Don keep practicing. And so Don did. And practice apparently makes perfect, because after doing 100 drawings a week or so, following the official Disney models, for more than 2 years, he finally made his way here to Walt Disney World and did, in fact, after a series of short temporary jobs in other parts of the company, end up in the art department. Now, at the time, it was a temporary 30-day assignment, but 30 years later, he was still here. Apparently, no one wanted him to leave, and so during that time, he's made quite a significant contribution. Now, among other things, he has illustrated around 200 Disney's children's books. Everything from Cinderella to Belle Explores the Castle to Picture Me on Vacation with Mickey. He's also done illustrations for mailers, brochures, guidebooks, and specialty items, as well as for Disney advertising here in the Central Florida area. And at Walt Disney World, he provided the paintings, the china, the signage for Tony's Town Square restaurant at the Magic Kingdom, and helped put together Mickey's house at the original Mickey's Birthday Land. For all of that, however, I think many of you may know him best for his presentations around the country and on the Disney Cruise Line, where he's proven himself to be quite the ambassador for Disney. We think that he is the perfect embodiment and ambassador of the true Disney magic. And for all of those reasons, it's indeed our great honor and pleasure to honor him as Disneyana Fan Club Disney Legend. So, Ducky, if you'd like to come up here and get your award.
I am just beside myself. It's a total surprise to me. Everybody, well, a lot of you folks here know me and know what I do, and you know that I love what I do, and being here with you folks, and especially I like doing the cruises because, you know, I'm in my office day after day, week after week, drawing and painting the characters, which I love, but way back when they used to have Disneyana conventions, that was the best thing for me because I used to get to go out and be with the guests. And the cruise line has expanded that for me because when the conventions went away, I couldn't do that anymore. And so now, with the cruises, over the years, I've gone out, being out there with the guests, drawing for them, talking with them. That's really a fun part of the job. But anyways, you folks are too much. This is totally unexpected and very much appreciated. Thanks very much.
Are you ready? Are we going up? Yeah.
Now back to the mundane. Oops. Wow. I don't sound like that, do I? The second phase of the silent auction is going to close in approximately 7.5 minutes. See, I don't want to do the 5 or 10 thing. 7.5 minutes, and that's going to be numbers 37 to 70.